Hi, in this video we will see how to produce colorful maps based on the data available in the attribute table. So right now I have this map indicating the districts of Karnataka, and as we have prepared in our as per our previous video, I have the attribute table which consists of the rainfall, monthly rainfall for a given district. So the purpose is to draw colorful maps based on the rainfall data which is available in the attribute table. So let's see how to do that. I will just double click on the layer, so it will open uh, the properties window, and I will open over here the symbology. Here the default option is a single symbol. I will select something graduated. Okay, then I will select that if I want to draw a map over here, then which values I want to consider, because the in Excel, in the attribute table, there are several values are available. So I want to draw a map indicating uh, annual rainfall and how it is spread across the districts in Karnataka. So I will select the annual rainfall, which is a column which is present in the attribute table. So it will draw a map, colorful map, based on the values which are present in the attribute table under annual as the heading. Then I will select, then I will just say classify. Okay, I can also select color maps because I know I'm drawing a rainfall map, so I will prefer blue shade. And so this is how the default classes are present. I can increase the number of classes. Okay, I can also decrease the number of classes. I can say apply. So this is how the map is available, which shows the rainfall, annual rainfall over Karnataka districts. Now there are various options are available by which we can draw a meaningful map. The objective is to choose classes in such a way that a viewer can see the maximum variation within the map. So I can choose in the classes. I can say select the 7 classes, 8 classes, 9 classes, or 3 classes, 4 classes. It's up to you how many classes you want. So this is the equal count method which is being used for the determining the values or the boundaries of the classes. So the first class is from -99 to 613, then 613 to 778, then so on. The maximum value is 3524 mm. So in case of equal count or a quantile, the classification is done in such a way that if for each class you will get the same number of features, that is the same number of district. But there are also several other options are available. For example, I can go for natural breaks and I can say apply. This is how the I will get the distribution across the state. So based on these values, I will see, ideally I should see all these uh, um, methods which are followed by the software to identify the appropriate classes. Then based on that, I will finally select the classes which are suitable for me. Okay, uh, every time you change anything, you have to click on classify so that these classes will get updated. Now I know that my -99 is a separate, -999 is a separate class which is a no data value. So I do not want to mix this -99 999 with the other classes which has actual rainfall data value. So what I will do, I will identify this class as a minus 99 999 to I can also change the lower and upper values of the class. I can set it as a 0, but if there is a 0 value, I want it to consider as a separate value. For example, if I place it 0, then it will also include the district with the 0 rainfall. But I want to only take the no data cells, so I will just take minus 99. I will make change the I may take the upper value as minus 1, because I know the all negative values are not possible for the rainfall, and the only negative value is available is minus 999. So I will click OK. Okay, so the first class is from minus 99 to minus 1, which is the no data cell, and also I can give a different color to no data cell. I may go for uh, slightly darker shade, slightly different gray shade, which indicates prominently that it's the no data value. I can say OK, I can say apply. Now you can see these are the three districts for which there is no data. Then the rest of the thing I can manage. Then I can say that for example, this is a 778, but we have already discussed these classes should be meaningful, so I can say that I can set it as 800. Okay, then 800 to, for example, 1000 to, let's say, 100 100 to 1100 to 1200 1200 to 2200 and 2200 to 3524. But I do not want to appear this as a random value, so I can change it to 3600 mm. Okay, so this is how it will get. So I will get this classification in this way. So this is how I can see all these things. uh, but the another issue is that so these are the lesions. So when you will draw a map, these lesions will appear in the map canvas, but I do not want to show this minus 99 to minus 1. I want to show it as the no data cell. So I can also modify the legend over here. Just double click, then again the symbology window will open. I can, so these are the values over here, these are the legends. So I can I can manipulate the, or I can change the legend entries over here. For example, I can say no data, and instead of minus 1 I can say it's 0 to 800, because there is a no minus 1 rainfall is not possible. So I will say for in a legend 0 to 800. Okay, apply. Now the legends are also in good shape, so I can then carry this legend in a map canvas while preparing this map. So you can just play around the number of options available over here. You can try different classes, increase the number of classes, find the different uh, methods, and you can have these different variations over here. So right now I am drawing the map which is annual, showing the annual rainfall. I can also insert the labels. For example, I want to see the single label, and I can say the value set as the annual one. So I will also get the number over here. Okay, but for example, now this is I have drawn for the annual rainfall, but for example, if I want to know the how much is the rainfall which Karnataka receives from the west monsoon, which receives in the month of June, July, August, September. Then what I need to do, I need to go back to the attribute table. Since if I want to draw a map of Karnataka rainfall which receives in the month of June, July, August, September, that is also called as a JJAS series of rainfall, then I have to create that column over here. Unless and until the values are here and the column is here, I cannot draw map over there. So what I will do, I will create another field. Let's see how to do that. uh, I will create another field with a JJAS, that is the June, July, August, September. uh, I will, for a time being, I will set it as a real number, because it's possible that sometime rainfall may get recorded in decimal forms. Then the precision is 2. Then I want that it should add June, July, August, September rainfall. So what I will do, I will go to the fields and values, and so these are the all the fields which are present over there. So I want to define this JJAS, that is a rainfall which occurred in June, July, August, September, which is nothing but the summation of the rainfall in June, summation of rainfall in July, plus rainfall in August and rainfall in September. So will I add it, say June plus July plus August plus September. Okay, then I will click OK. So now I have one more column, okay, with JJAS, June, July, August, September. So now I have this column. So this is the rainfall which receives in month of June, July, August, September from the northwest monsoon. So now if this column is available, then I can draw the map of the JJAS series. So I will turn off the toggle editing. I will say save the changes. So the changes are saved. Okay, so here I can go back to the symbology, and then I will say, in case of annual, I will say draw map for the JJAS series. Apply. I have to also redefine the classes. So now your maximum value is 3161. I can reduce the number of classes. As I showed earlier, I can manage these classes also. So just see what has happened. Let's go back and see in the attribute table there is some issues. You can see the minus 3996 value. Okay, so these changes occurs, so you have to go back and correct those changes in the attribute table. I will turn on the editing mode, and for especially for those values, okay, yeah, especially for these minus 999 values, it has also added the rainfall of June, July, August, September. But here the addition doesn't make any sense, because anyways this is the no data value. So I will again replace this with the no data value. Okay, you have to press enter, minus 99, enter. And so on. So I will just do it again. Turn on the editing mode, replace these values with the minus 99, enter, minus 99, enter, and the minus 99, enter. Okay, so now you have all these values correct. So I will save these changes, and then I will again go back to the symbology, and I will just say apply. So you will see the minus 99 values. So there are no more values in the range of 3000 minus 3000. So this I can again change this to 0, no data, and I can select the appropriate classes by using one of these methods and by using this function of classification. So it's up to you that how many classes you want to show and which method you want to follow for the classification. Just ensure that the objective is to show the variation in the rainfall. Okay, so in this video we have learned how we can draw colorful maps based on the data which is available in the attribute table. Thank you.